How to fix Life is Strange. Before the Storm Remastered options missing. Welcome back to Tenebalta. Today, we're diving deep into a perplexing issue encountered by some players of Life is Strange. Before the Storm Remastered, the baffling disappearance of in-game options and menu text. This critical problem can render the game unplayable, hindering pivotal decision-making and navigation within Chloe Price's poignant narrative. We will meticulously explore the underlying causes, ranging from corrupted game files and graphics driver conflicts to localization inconsistencies and system-level interference, providing a comprehensive guide to restore your immersive gameplay experience. Here are the detailed technical solutions to fix missing options in Life is Strange. Before the Storm Remastered. 1. Verify game file integrity via Steam. Access your Steam library, right-click Life is Strange. Before the Storm Remastered, select Properties, navigate to Local Files, and click Verify Integrity of Game Files. This crucial step scans for and replaces any corrupted or missing game files, which are a common cause of rendering anomalies. A successful verification ensures your core game installation is sound and intact. 2. Remove or reinstall localization patches. If you are using a fan-made language patch, temporarily remove it by deleting the modified files or by performing a clean game reinstallation. Then test the game. Localization patches can sometimes introduce rendering conflicts with the game's UI elements, especially after game updates or if the patch itself is outdated. If the issue resolves, try reinstalling the patch, meticulously following its specific instructions, or seek an updated version. 3. Update graphics drivers to the latest version. Outdated or corrupted graphics drivers are a frequent culprit for in-game display issues, including missing text and UI elements. Visit your GPU manufacturer's official website, NVIDIA, AMD, or Intel, to download and install the absolute latest stable drivers for your specific graphics card model. Consider performing a clean installation, which removes previous driver remnants. 4. Clear game cache and temporary files. Accumulated temporary files or a corrupted shader cache can lead to graphical glitches and UI rendering failures. Locate the game's cache directories, typically within your user profile's app data folder, and safely delete their contents. This forces the game to rebuild necessary temporary data, often resolving obscure display bugs. 5. Run the game as administrator. Insufficient administrative privileges can sometimes prevent game executables from properly accessing necessary system resources or writing temporary files, leading to unexpected behaviors like missing UI elements. Right-click the game's executable lists, exe in its installation directory or the Steam shortcut, and select Run as Administrator. This ensures the game operates with elevated permissions. 6. Disable full-screen optimizations. Windows 10/11 full-screen optimizations can occasionally interfere with how games render in exclusive full-screen mode, causing visual glitches or UI scaling problems. Right-click the game's executable, go to Properties, navigate to the Compatibility tab, and check the box for Disable Full-Screen Optimizations. Test the game afterward to see if this alleviates the issue. 7. Adjust in-game display settings, resolution/windowed mode. Experiment with different display modes within the game's graphics settings, such as switching between full screen, and windowed mode. Also, try lowering your in-game resolution temporarily to see if the options reappear. Sometimes, specific resolution and display mode combinations can trigger rendering bugs in certain game engines. 8. Disable Steam Overlay and other overlays. Third-party overlays like the Steam Overlay, Discord Overlay, or NVIDIA GeForce Experience Overlay can occasionally conflict with game rendering processes, leading to UI elements failing to display correctly. Disable all overlays from their respective application settings before launching Life is Strange. before the Storm Remastered. This helps isolate if a conflict is the source of the problem. 9. Check Windows display scaling settings. Incorrect Windows display scaling, DPI scaling, can cause UI elements in games to appear misaligned, too small, or sometimes entirely absent. Navigate to Display Settings in Windows, check your scale and layout percentage, and try setting it to 100% or adjust it to a recommended value. Restart the game after making any changes. 10. Reinstall DirectX and Visual C++ runtimes. Games heavily rely on DirectX and various Microsoft Visual C++ redistributable packages for proper execution and rendering. Locate the redistributable installers within the game's installation directory, often in a redist or common redist folder, and manually reinstall them. Corrupted runtime libraries can lead to a multitude of in-game errors, including rendering failures. 11. Update your Windows operating system. Ensure your Windows operating system is fully up to date with the latest patches and feature updates. Critical system updates often include improvements to DirectX, graphics APIs, and general system stability, which can resolve compatibility issues that affect game rendering. Regularly checking for and installing Windows updates is a good practice. 12. Temporarily disable antivirus/firewall. While less common, overly aggressive antivirus software or firewall settings can sometimes mistakenly quarantine game files or block the game's access to necessary resources, leading to runtime errors or missing assets. Temporarily disable your antivirus or firewall, then launch the game. Remember to re-enable them after testing for security. 13. Delete/backup save files and start a new game. If the issue only appears after some gameplay progression, it could indicate a corrupted save file that interferes with UI loading. Locate your game's save file directory, often in Documents or App Data. Back up your saves to another location, and then delete them from the original folder. Start a new game to see if the options now appear correctly. 14. Check game installation path for special characters. Ensure your game is installed in a directory path that contains only standard alphanumeric characters, without any special symbols, foreign characters, or excessively long names. Some game engines can encounter issues with unusual pathing, leading to asset loading failures and display problems. Simple, direct paths are always recommended. 15. Verify monitor refresh rate and synchronization. An incompatibility between your monitor's refresh rate and the game's frame rate, or issues with G-Sync/FreeSync, can sometimes cause display anomalies. Check your monitor's settings and your GPU control panel to ensure refresh rates are consistent and synchronization technologies are configured correctly, or try disabling them temporarily. This can resolve screen tearing or unusual graphical artifacts. 16. Reset graphics driver settings to default. Custom profiles or specific settings configured in your graphics card control panel, NVIDIA control panel, or AMD Radeon software might conflict with the game's rendering pipeline. Open your GPU control panel and select the option to reset all settings to their factory defaults. This ensures no conflicting overrides are present. 17. Perform a clean reinstallation of the game. As a last resort, if all other troubleshooting steps fail, completely uninstall Life is Strange. Before the Storm Remastered, manually delete any remaining game folders in your Steam directory and app data, and then perform a fresh installation. This ensures a completely pristine game environment, free from any lingering corrupted files or configurations. 18. Monitor system resources during gameplay. Use tools like Task Manager or GPU-Z to monitor your CPU, GPU, and RAM usage while playing the game. High resource utilization by background applications or insufficient system memory can lead to the game struggling to render all UI elements effectively, resulting in their disappearance. Close unnecessary background programs to free up resources. 19. Check game logs for error messages. Advanced users can examine the game's log files, often found within the game's installation folder or specific user app data directories. These logs can sometimes contain specific error messages or warnings related to UI rendering or asset loading failures, providing crucial diagnostic information that points to the root cause. Look for any error or warning entries. 20. Run in Compatibility Mode for older Windows versions. While Life is Strange, Before the Storm Remastered is a modern title, sometimes running an application in Compatibility Mode for an older Windows version can resolve unexpected display issues. Right-click the game's executable, go to Properties, navigate to the Compatibility tab, and try selecting Run this program in Compatibility Mode for Windows 7 or 8. We hope this in-depth guide has empowered you to resolve the missing options anomaly in Life is Strange, Before the Storm Remastered, allowing you to fully immerse yourself in Chloe Price's poignant journey. Troubleshooting intricate game issues often requires a systematic approach and patience, delving into both software configurations and environmental factors. Don't forget to follow Tenabalta for more expert technical insights and gaming solutions.